Hello, how you going? This week at the House of Mario, Donkey Kong Bananza keeps on trucking along. Josh and I will give our ongoing opinions of the game, as well as Star Fox 64. We're going to wrap up the week, or the month, of Star Fox 64 with a bit of a Let's Play and talking about the game, what was the experience over the week. But if that interests you, come on in. G'day everybody and welcome to the House of Mario, the South Australian Nintendo podcast that is backed by a 120 Power Star rating. I'm your host Drew Agnew and the doors to episode 323 are open. Really excited for today because I get to talk to my good mate Josh, or JT if you like. Josh, how you going, mate?
Drew, doing pretty well, thank you, and hello everyone listening and watching. New week. Same old Nintendo games that we're talking about. You come to the right place if that's what you're after.
That's right, yeah. We're just talking about Donkey Kong Bananza. I don't know about you, Josh, but have you finished it? Because I'm seeing a few people getting around who have finished it, and they're talking about that ending, and it's making me a little bit anxious, to be honest with you.
Have you had spoilers?
No, I haven't, but I really don't want any. That's the thing. It makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah, I don't want any.
Does Donkey Kong just like... Donkey Kong might have like... just a heart attack with too much potassium or something. Maybe that's what everyone's getting so excited about.
He's into oranges now, Drew. That's what the ending is. He's had so many bananas. He's just done with it. He's just had enough. I'm going to try some other fruit now. Is the big thing at the end.
Yeah, that's it. He says, I'm going to try coconut instead. Yum. It's a little bit more kind to the digestive system potentially.
Why not try pomegranate? Just try it. You might like it, DK. You might like it more than a banana.
There's like a level where it's got like all these massive fruit, and they all look pretty delicious, and you can smash through them. I'm surprised Donkey Kong didn't have a bit of a lick of his fist just as he's doing it. Not too bad. That big strawberries look pretty tasty. Not bad.
Why not?
I've only done that level recently. I don't know if you're up to there or you're way ahead of there. It's like a resort level. I reckon that's my favourite one yet. It's just really fun to explore.
I'm on the cusp of it. I know I'm about to do it. So I've pretty much done the two paths and then they come back together. And then I think I'm about to do it. But I haven't played as much as I want this week. I've had a few things on.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've been a little bit the same. Just like, I think I was put off just from, I think the last time we talked about it, I was talking about my motion sickness from the game. And it sort of made me a bit reluctant to jump back into it. So I jumped back into it maybe Friday night, like after the full week of not really touching it. And like every hour that I keep playing it, the more and more I fall in love with the game. Like,
It's so good, man, isn't it?
Like every level just has multiple things. I'm like, oh my God. Like just the mechanics that they pull off like in each individual level. There's like a level where like you throw a seed and it spouts out a vine towards you and you use that to get around the level. I'm like, that's ingenious. And it just keeps on going on from there. Like every single layer that you go to keeps on throwing something different at you. And it's not surprising really coming from the Mario team because that's exactly what they do. They've proven it time and time again through all of their games. But man, this game is just something else. I'm just really enjoying my time with it. And I'm glad playing in handheld mode doesn't make me sick. That's probably the main thing.
I was a bit worried for you, man. Like, like the biggest, arguably, like, and most exciting game for us this year from Nintendo. And then if you get motion sick from it, that's like an absolute tragedy right there. So I'm glad you've been able to traverse that and still enjoy the game.
I haven't tried it on the TV. I hadn't really thought about it, but I heard some other people recommend sort of turning off settings, like there's like a shake setting and things like that you can turn off. So maybe I'll try it on the TV again and I'll turn some of that stuff off. But in handheld mode, been absolutely fine. I've been getting a bit of eye strain because I've been playing it for like 4 hours, just when the kids go to bed and I finish up at 12 o'clock. But apart from that, no, pretty good. But yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, Josh. I'm just here fiddling with my tie. What am I doing here, mate? Explain to the audience what I've got to do.
Well, Yeah, so you lost the challenge last week, Drew, and it was a Donkey Kong Bonanza challenge. We had to kill those 3 enemies. Whoever was the quickest would win. So I did that. I won.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about the punishment for you today, and just wanted to keep it Donkey Kong themed. And so I sent you a text message this afternoon asking if you had a banana. And you come back to me saying, no, I don't. Sorry. So, okay, that's a bit of a shame.
Donkey Kong would be ashamed.
Bit sad. And then, then you come back to me like, I have a pear or an orange. And so I'm like, okay, maybe go with the pear. And then we come back later, and you find out that the pear's maybe not too good. So you've gone with the orange instead. So, and you've now got a tie. So it's Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse tie. That's what I've got on. Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, I wanted a red tie, but it's a tie. I'll take it.
I tried my best. I swear.
No, you're all good. So your challenge for the next 20 to 30 seconds is to act like Donkey Kong, really wanting a banana, but he's found out that there's only oranges left. So you can get frustrated, you can smash the orange, you can try to eat it, thinking it's banana and get annoyed, but you've got to be DK for the next 20 seconds at least.
Okay, all right.
Is this what you were thinking was going to happen?
No, actually, no. I thought it was just going to be like, eat it. But I've got to act like it, eh? All right.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You can act angry about it.
No.
That's all I want.
No, I'm gonna eat some orange the best I can. I've got wet wipes and a towel over my lap and a white shirt. So, that works out well. All right, I'm gonna rip into this bad boy then, Josh. I'm just ripping straight in. We're eating this.
Good.
We're eating this orange.
Act like DK.
I hope this isn't off as a delicious. Oh yeah, eat into the microphone for everyone. Oh, it's juicy. I've already got some on my white shirt.
DK likes oranges. That's amazing.
Oh, this is maybe I'm going to swap over to, to oranges. Oh yeah. What's the that movie Donkey Kong? Hey Mario, I hate you. Your dad sucks.
Yeah.
Your dad would hate you. I'm doing pretty well.
And you're done. Well done. You're off the hook.
Awesome.
Good job.
Just got to get this mouthful out now.
I mean, keep eating if you want.
Let me chew. I just
Very well done, Drew. Dolphin Pants in the chat. Ooh, range. Exactly. Drew can do it all, man. Okay. Set him up with a task, and he's been able to fill it and deliver to the T. So very, very good, Drew. Good stuff.
I did half an orange in that time. That's not too bad.
Yeah, you did pretty well.
And I was trying to be a little bit not messy. I got my keyboard right here. I got it on my shirt. Though.
Yeah.
You see my shirt? Oh, you can't see my shirt, but the audience on YouTube could see my shirt.
I can. I'm watching the live stream on YouTube as well. That helps.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, white t-shirt, man. You like, yep. You had inclinations of what was going to happen. So that's your own fault, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I kind of just imagine myself just like, yum. Yep, I ate it on the show. Isn't that silly, everyone? All right. Before we get into more Donkey Kong talk, let's just do some housekeeping. If you'd like to join the show live, you can join us at youtube.com/iDruby, where you can check out the show live at 8:30 Australian Central Standard Time. Much like Dolphin Pants in the chat, really appreciate. He's a bloody regular here now, Josh. Pretty neat, isn't it?
Love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to be a part of the Discord community, you'd like to go over to the iDruby Homestead. There's an invite, I guess, in the YouTube, description, or the podcast description. Click on that. It'll take you over there. You can chat with the community. You can leave posts in the forum. You can play games with people. You can do whatever you like. So make sure you find yourself over there. I love to talk with people instead of just having this one-way conversation with people. We talk into the ether. We hear nothing back. So if you'd like to say something back, it's probably the best place to do it. And Josh, you've got a brand new episode of Nintendo Maniacs out today as well. Very exciting. So tell us all about it. What's going on over there?
Yeah, so check out the latest episode of Nintendo Maniacs. I've got a special guest called Mono. He's from Japan, and he has a podcast called Tokyo Game Life. I found out about this podcast earlier this year. It was great as I listened and got some really good tips about my trip to Japan when I went there late Feb. So he lives and breathes Nintendo. He is from Tokyo, so all the pop-up shops that appear there, all the things that we don't get in the Western side of the world, but Japan gets. It's the motherland of Nintendo. He shares some really great stories and great insights. And on top of that, we talk all about Donkey Kong Bananza. We have a really big, in-depth conversation on that. The Pokemon Presents, and then people plug in some weird things into the top USB-C port of their Switch too. So check out Nintendo Maniacs on all podcasting and services and YouTube as well.
Excellent. Go and check it out. Absolutely. So, Josh, Donkey Kong Bonanza, we've had an extra week with it. It's not just the weekend now. We've had, I guess, another 7 days. But like I said, I haven't played it for that 7 days. And it sounds like you've been quite busy as well. But I guess what are some ongoing sort of thoughts on the game? And I know you were a lot more sold than I was going into it and once you got the game. So I don't know if your opinions on it would have changed maybe all that much. But how's your last week been with the game?
Oh, really great. Like obviously I haven't had as much time to play as I want to. And, but when I do play it, I'm like instantly hooked into it. The whole mechanics of going around smashing things if I want to or not, I can just platform and traverse that way instead. The more I play it, the more I'm really falling in love with the experience and just how different of a 3D platformer it is compared to Mario. That deliberately different angle of how, the bananas respond to the skill points. You collect them all. You can then customize and get your Donkey Kong into build his stats the way you want to. So it's a really fun way. I'm just sort of constantly sort of led from one interesting thing to another, and it's super fun. So I've definitely, like, when I have played my Switch 2 this week, it's just been Donkey Kong Bonanza. Played a few more hours, I reckon, overall, but definitely not as much as I want. So I just want to definitely keep it going, and been loving it, really, overall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I found myself just liking it more and more as time goes on, and I think what's like I said, what's coolest about it is just like those little mechanics that each level sort of bring, and how the game teaches you as well, especially like when you're getting the Bonanza powers. And I've just got my 4th Bonanza power, and I'm not going to say what it is because it wasn't in the trailers, and I don't think you're up to it. I can't remember when you get it, but yeah, it's just like what it introduces. Like, this is super special. Like, it's just so much fun to use, and especially like before you get it, I guess it might tickle you a little bit in some ways, Josh, just because like you're going around the level and you're like, oh, I don't have the power for this. But you get the power and you come back and you can use it. It's like, oh, one of these Metroid games or something like that. I don't know if it tickles any of that for you, but in like the most recent level I did, it was very much just like, how do I get past this? There's so much of this specific thing here. Surely there's a power way to get it. And once you get that brand new power, it just like opens up so much more of the level, and you can just go and explore. And I'm like, this is really, really tremendous. I don't know, because I've heard a lot of people who have finished it being like, this is game of the year, all of that. And I'm still, I don't know what it is about this game. I don't know why I'm so hard on it, but I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm getting, I guess, won over slowly, level by level, bit by bit. And hopefully by the end, I'll really enjoy that ending as well, because a lot of people have just said about it's one of the most. I think it was Gene Park actually saying it from the Washington Post, saying it's one of the best Nintendo endings that they've ever done. And I don't know. I've played Tears of the Kingdom. that ending was absolutely phenomenal.
I've heard some amazing things. Yes.
So if Donkey Kong can do something like that, that'll be pretty special too. But I can see them doing something, because because the whole idea of the story, while it's pretty basic, especially at the moment where we are, the whole thing of Pauline and Donkey Kong, you can see it sort of ending up in a really cool place. They've got so much Nintendo lore to play with that I feel like people like us could get a real kick out of what they're going to do. So I'm just so excited to see what they do. Like, is it a callback to Donkey Kong or like the original Donkey Kong, or maybe the rare days, or it's doing something different, or it's calling out to maybe something to do with Mario. I don't know. I really want to know what it's all about. And people are talking about the post game as well, which sounds cool. I don't know what it is, but I've got a rough idea just from playing Mario Odyssey, just what the post game could be. So in some ways, I don't know how you're playing it. Are you playing it like, are you going through each level and finding as many bananas as you can before you move on? Are you combing the area, or are you getting a fair few but then moving on? Because I feel like for me, I think we're going to be thrown back into these areas anyway to do other things, much like, other Nintendo games have done. So I might do some cleanup if I feel like going for that 100% later down the line. I don't know if I will. But if I want to do that, I feel like I may as well just do it then when I have to go back to the levels anyway. So I'm exploring as much of the level as I can. I'm getting as many bananas as I can, because I am actually like, that skill point system is really clever. Like, I've maxed out my health, and I'm maxing out other things just as I go. But yeah, I think that's a really clever way of doing it, because it, like the moons, it makes you feel like, oh, I've got to find these moons just so I can go to the next level. I can have this arbitrary amount just to move on. But with the bananas, I'm getting them purely because I just want to explore, and it levels up my character, and that's a different sort of feeling in itself. So yeah, I don't know. It's really special. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I will say though, I feel like I'm not doing the music the justice it deserves, because I am playing in
so good, man.
I'm playing in handheld mode. So, and I did the same with Mario Kart. Like, I was mainly playing in handheld mode, unless unless I was playing online and I wanted to use the camera and stuff when I was playing you. But all of the situations I'm playing these games in with Switch 2, the volume's like a quarter way up on the Switch. I don't want it too loud in bed. I don't want it too loud on the couch. With the family, like all of these situations I'm playing in, I'm not like dialed into the music. The only time I sort of notice it is when I go to like a home that I set up, and then it's playing like the DK rap. I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. I can sort of hear it then, but just like all the original music and all of that, I'm not really hearing. Sometimes, well, usually when I do a boss, I turn it up to hear the boss theme and the characters talking in the cutscenes. But when I'm just playing the game, exploring, getting bananas, I've got the volume down a bit, and sometimes I'm even listening to podcasts and YouTube videos as well, just while it's going on. So I do feel bad in that respect, but that's just how I'm playing the game, just in handheld mode, just exploring and doing that stuff. So
the music's phenomenal, Drew. Just like Sticker Bush Symphony, just like all the new rendition of that.
I did hear that one. That
some
was
of the
sick.
best music in the game.
Yeah.
It's some of the best music in the whole Nintendo stratosphere. Really, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is. Like, it's not like I don't hear it at all. Like, it's not like I've got it on silent.
No,
but yeah, I feel like I should
definitely. Yeah,
I should have like headphones on or something. But yeah, it's just it's not how I've played it. It's just the nature of a handheld game for me, I guess. Because I assume for you're playing it up on the big TV, and like you got the speakers going and all of that. It's just like, it's a very different experience. If I do that, I'll hear the music, but I'll get sick. Probably.
Yeah. So it's yeah, and kind of seeing it in a broader way. So I feel sometimes, because you're kind of looking in the distance and identifying where to go and what to see and like collectibles to find. I am finding docked, I can see it a bit better. So, but it's still great in handheld as well. I have been rotating a bit more, because sometimes we're both watching something on TV at the same time. So, super fun. I'm getting into some more challenging stuff now, so I was getting a little bit worried that the hardness wasn't there. But I played it a bit more, and it's definitely, there's some harder moments, and there's even a challenge I've skipped. I'm going to come back to that later. So, and I just love that part of platforming. You can go back to it later when you're more skilled, and in this instance, it's not just you getting more used to the controls. It'll probably be funner and easier when you've maxed out some skills with the skill points. So that's really cool. Been doing the zebra Bananza lately, so that's my newish one. Playing through that, and then just I don't know. I'm just I get absolutely lost in this place. I'm just finding out new different things. The platform mechanics do change, and there's new things introduced in each layer, each world. Each thing has its own unique mechanics that keep it fresh and interesting. So it just keeps continuing to surprise me. So I'm a really big fan of it.
Yeah, I just want to keep seeing more, keep playing, and I'm a little bit like I don't want to rush through it because obviously we don't get
No, that's
that
right.
many games like this. So don't want it all gone, but at the same time, I don't want it spoilt, and I do want to see what's going to happen next. It's one of those things, but I don't think I want to rush through it too much. Maybe after this, I'll jump in and complete a layer and move on from there. But yeah, no, I'm really, really liking it, man. It's great. So it's winning me over more and more. And my hope is that I do sort of echo the thoughts of other people, just saying, oh, this is one of the best games, better than Mario Odyssey, all of this type of thing. Sounds a little hyperbolic to me at the moment, but hopefully I'll get there because, the more every single day I play it, the more I like it, which is good. Because, I guess my first preview impression wasn't all that positive. And then actually getting the game last week, playing it over a couple of days, I was like, this is a lot of fun. And then seeing, just how it progresses on from there, it just gets more and more special as time goes on. But I'd like to bring in some other people from the Discord. So like I said, if you'd like to be a part of the shows, all of that type of thing, you can join our Discord. And first off, we've got Egmont. And he says that Bananza continues to be a delight now that I am in, I believe, the last stretch of the story. I think it has the strengths and weaknesses compared to 3D Mario, but that is fine. I don't need 3D Mario in DK skin. And I definitely agree with that. Like, it's good that, they went with Donkey Kong, not just to push the IP so they could sell us another set of movies. This is purely Nintendo looking at a type of game they want to make, a move set, and adapting it to a character. Like, they could do like a buff Mario power up and he could punch through rocks and things like that. But, a whole game based around just the pure strength of a character is really, really, quite cool, quite different as well, that we haven't seen from, I guess, the Donkey Kong series or Mario games. And it kind of opens up possibilities for them to take on other maybe characters to do these types of games. I don't know what it would be. Like, it could do like a Yoshi game. I don't know what mechanics.
Zooey.
Imagine that.
If only.
Yeah.
They buy Rare back. Microsoft looking to off-sell some studios. Maybe, you never know. But I just love that the angle is, they haven't done a Mario 3D platformer and just replaced Mario with DK and it's like for like. It is literally, no. If we're going to do a platformer on DK, what's his strengths? What makes him different to Mario? And they've really sort of honed in on those changes, those different things. And so his actual strength, is utilized really creatively with this. And that's why it's so destructive. The environments are there to be punched. You meant to test it. It was really good. I think Mono on my show, you mentioned, it was a really good point. The game wants you to punch things. The game wants you to test things. Because I had a moment where do I I don't want anything bad to happen if I do this, if I hit someone, if I destroy this house. But no, the game wants you to do it, and there's no repercussions from it. And if anything, doing it results in some really cool moments that make you smile a bit more. So that type of sort of depth of creativity, thinking what can happen, that really adds to the whole experience, which I'm really loving.
Yeah, for sure. There was a level where I was looking for 4 the little stone creatures. I find 4 stones, they're on this island, and I found 3, and I could not find the 4th one. And I smashed the whole island down to the water. I would have gotten that many gold pieces, that many treasure maps for bananas and rare fossils and all. So I got a lot out of it just from smashing this island, but I still didn't find it. I'm like, where is it? And it turns out it was it turns out it was in the sky a little bit. And since I smashed the whole island, I couldn't reach it. I'm like, God damn it.
Too late. God damn.
But even that was fun. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm not really progressing. I guess I'm getting some materials and things out of it, but it's kind of just fun just to break down this whole island. So yeah, no, there's definitely that. Like, they made the act, like the main thing you do is punch, and they made it fun. It's fun just visually, just from like the bit of a slow-mo thing that happens when you punch an enemy, the vibration in the Joy-Con as you do it, like it just feels good to do. Let alone like all the creative things you can do with it, like, you know, just like, I'm going to dig a hole and see if I can get to the top of the hill just by smashing through it, or I'm going to go underground and see what's here. Like, all of the possibilities that it opens up is really cool. So yeah, no, for sure. I think it's really, really sort of a great mechanic to revolve the whole game around. And Dolphin Pants in the chat, in the Discord too, he says, "Ooh, banana. I'm too early to give full review, banana, but might be my game of the year right now." So there you go. He's there. He is at the game of the year territory.
He finally got his Switch 2 this week as well, which is super exciting. And glad he didn't have to wait too long overall in the scheme of things, because it seemed like it was going to be a bit longer. So yeah, very happy.
Yeah, good week to get it too. Not too bad. Get Mario Kart, and see, that's the thing. If I had Mario Kart and Donkey Kong, where do you start? Do you just do like one race in Mario Kart and you jump over the Donkey Kong? Like, man, I spent like a month.
It's a good problem to have.
It's not a bad problem.
Very good problem to have. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you're not like monitoring the blood sugar or something, but like, oh God, what do I do? No, well, it's not quite as difficult.
Correct.
All right, we've got some Pokemon Presents I guess comments in here as well. Any more Donkey Kong ones? No. But yes, we'll continue to play it. I think if I continue at the pace I'm doing it now, surely I'll be finished by next podcast recording in another 7 days. I don't know. Potentially. Do you think you will be, Josh, or how's your schedule looking?
No, I won't be. But definitely keen to keep it moving, for sure. And especially before my favorite, most anticipated game this year of Dragon Drive comes out.
That's true. We got, what do they call it? The test drive or whatever it is as well.
Global test thing. Yes. Yeah, coming out soon.
If it's a decent time, I'll give it a test. Because, yeah, I'm the most hyped. I'm Dragon Drive's biggest fan. I can't wait to sit here at my mat, sliding those wheels around, taking shots. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it. I just wonder if anybody else will bother picking it up and they want to play with me.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be many.
Is there any in a Nintendo Maniacs Discord going to be playing it? Any discussions on people really looking forward to sliding over their $30 and getting into it? Or
there might be one or two, but I don't think it's obviously not as big as the DK.
Probably not.
The DK.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, a bit more somber.
Yeah. I haven't seen any discussion on it sort of anywhere. So I feel like it's only me who's like, oh, that game's pretty cool. I think like Seth Sturgill enjoyed it when he played it at his preview event. But he sort of mentioned like, has he got his most amount of fun at an event like that? Because that was like the ideal place to play it. 8 TVs all set up. You're next to each other. You can scream at each other. But online, in person, just on the couch or something, it's not going to be an optimal experience for it. So I might have already had my best experience playing it. And if I get it at home, it might not be exactly what it was as I played it at the preview event. But that's for me to find out, I guess.
That it is. But yeah, I'm glad you kind of warmed to DK. Because, you were a bit very worried at first. So, but it's been a good progression of the more you've seen and the more you've played. It's been, you didn't need to worry in the end.
I don't know what it is about it, because I'm a big Donkey Kong fan. I love like all the country games. There was just something about it where I'm like, I wasn't excited deep in my balls. You know what I mean? Like I get for a lot of Nintendo games. There was that feeling deep inside where it wasn't lit. For whatever reason, that lantern, the lick wasn't lit. But, the candle's melting, the wick is burning down, and it's going to if it gets to the bottom, I'll be very happy. That'll be like an all-timer. I don't know. That's a weird analogy. I'll stop there.
It is a little.
So yeah, no.
Yeah. It's been great.
Dolphin Pants in the chat. Are you team drag or team drive? I'm team drag for sure.
Yeah, team drag here. I don't know why, but yeah, drag.
It just sounds funny. Team drag.
The line's been drawn.
Yeah, so I drive every day. Do I really need to do that in my video game? I just want to drag. I want to drag all you chumps. I'm gonna drag
I
you.
like drag queens. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, so I'm thinking of that. So
Yeah.
do drag for no reason. Yep.
Yeah, team drag. We just like dress up and drag, play some drag and
fun.
drop.
Yeah. Hey, that's content right there, Drew.
Yeah, wouldn't that be thrilling?
That's a yeah, correct.
You can do that on your YouTube channel. Just like I just see randomly on my subscriptions, just like, oh, Josh is doing drag and drive, and it's just literally him driving to work and drag. Now we've got Neil, the BC fan 64. He goes, "What's up, dude? How you doing? I don't know about you, Josh, but I'm doing pretty well. So hope you're going well too, Neil. How you going, Josh?
Hey Neil, the BC fan, thanks for joining.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going well. Can't complain. I've had half an orange at the start of the show. I'm feeling bloody perked up. Well, Josh is getting intimate with the camera. Jeez. Hello.
Sorry, I just realised we're not really the same height, are we? In the live screen.
Oh, look, Josh is getting a bit self-conscious. He's like, oh, feeling a bit short.
I just want to make it look good for you, man. It's a good product that we do, and I need to be as good as I can. That's all.
Oh, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I appreciate it, Josh. I appreciate the thought there. All right. Let's jump into some Pokemon Presents. I did a live stream of this last week, Josh, and I recorded the post show, or the post show of the stream, whatever you want to call it, and I put it up as a House of Mario. So I've sort of put my thoughts out there, like straight off of the presentation itself, and largely I sort of thought to myself, like there's some cool things in there. When they roll around, I'll watch the shows. I will play Pokemon Champions when it eventually comes out. Jesus Christ. I don't know why it's taking so long. And the game ZA looks all right. Looks good. But yeah, largely as a big Pokemon fan, came out with like not really anything to say about it. But how are you feeling about it? Did you watch it live while it was happening? Did you watch it the day after? What was, I guess, yeah, how'd you feel about the event?
Yeah, we watched it live. It was 10:30 at night for us, so on the cusp of bedtime. We're trying to get to bed a bit early these days, but we stayed up for that. And there was a Pikachu DJ session for the hour before, so like kind of checking in and out for that, and that was a little cute and fun. But overall it was pretty standard and what you would expect to come from a Pokemon Presents these days. All the mobile apps getting their updates. There was one new thing with Pokemon Friends. I have not downloaded that because and you need money to pay for it. It's not free. So I would have thought it'd be free. So it didn't seem interesting to me. I'd rather a Pokemon Puzzle League kind of game instead of just those very basic games. But yeah, they're trying to be the whole New York Times games app thing that I use daily. That's got the Wordle and the connections, and then the mini, all those fun games you can do on a daily basis. I feel is that kind of vibe. Dolphin Pants in the chat said free on iOS, but you only get 3 puzzles a day. So there you go. They've kind of capped it a little, free to start at least. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like there's some new things with Champions, so that was cool to see that a bit more. That's looking a bit, like a successor to Pokemon Stadium, doesn't it? Battle Revolution, that kind of lineage of games. And then just a bit more on Legends ZA. But I kind of left out of it thinking, no, yeah, that was fine. Nothing amazing, nothing that new or different. But I kind of go into these things with that mindset and don't get disappointed because it typically delivers what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I have my expectations, and then they sort of just miss those expectations where it's like, oh, well, I don't know. Like, for me, I'm so tired of, like, all these mobile games coming out. Like, it's just so obvious that Pokemon is desperate to get out to a broader audience, but their relationship with Nintendo just doesn't allow it to go anywhere else apart from mobile, and because of that, they're always chasing the mobile audience, which is just microtransactions. So all of their games have to revolve around that. And also the other side effect of that is we don't get full priced spin-off games on Switch for the most part. Like on Switch itself, we got new Pokemon Snap, which was good. We got a remake of the very first Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and we got I guess a port of Pokken Tournament, and that was it. Over 8 years on Switch, those were the spin-offs that we got for that system, and it's at a point where it's just frustrating because even as a dad now, I'm like, I would love my kids to be like, love Pokemon and stuff because I know it's a great franchise. I'm familiar with it myself and I love it. So it's a good starting point for them really if they want to get into games and how they can strategize and collect. I think it's a wonderful franchise, obviously. But when they're like, hey, Dad, can I play a Pokemon game? I'm not going to hand over the iPad and it's like this gotcha game like Pokemon Masters. I'm not going to say, hey, play this puzzle game where it wants money out of me every day to play more. I'm not going to give them Pokemon Cafe and all this stuff. It's just not a good fit for kids. Like I don't feel comfortable as a dad giving it to them. And as a 30-year-old Pokemon fan, I also look at it and go, absolutely not. So I feel like they're missing the mark on like two very different audiences. Personally for me, like I'm sure it makes them a lot of money, all of that type of thing. But every time I see a Pokemon Presents, I just get frustrated by the fact that if Nintendo just sort of let them at least be on PC, like how much more exciting would it be if they're like, hey, we've got a Pokemon MMO, Switch to PC and mobile, like games actually that people want. Pokemon Friends, like you got to be kidding me. Like the puzzles looked basic and boring. The whole decorating thing is like pretty cool. Hey, like you do the puzzles. Zach was explaining in the Discord how like you get the puzzles, you get a piece of yarn, like if it represents a type, you can put it into the thing. It gives you like a certain Pokemon. You can use it to decorate. But he also mentioned that like there's no social element to it, so you can't share them, you can't view other people's. Like it's kind of just there for you to look at, which is okay. But in this day and age of social gaming and all of this, especially on phones, it's just I don't know. I really feel like they sort of take a shot for the mass market, but they completely miss it. Like for everyone, they miss it for me as an old Pokemon fan. They miss it for the kids coming up because it's just trying to get money out of the parents. I don't know. I look at it and it just makes me frustrated when I watch it because I'm like, yeah, I like Pokemon Concierge. That was a great series. Season 2, fantastic. That's something my kids can watch and have fun with. Same with the Wallace and Gromit creators making a TV show in 2027. That looks great. Like that's all stuff my family can get involved with. And even me, I like looking at cute Pokemon things, even though I'm very quickly becoming an old man. So there's still like all these kiddie things I can enjoy. But these mobile games, man, just there are far too many. There are far too many. And I feel like I just feel like they need to sit down with Nintendo and be like, look, Pokemon can be way bigger than it needs to be, but we're limited by what we can do on mobile. Mobile, there's billions of users, but it limits the type of games we can make and the audience that we can reach. And it was proven by Power World at the start of last year, like how desperate and hungry people over on Steam are to play a Pokemon-like game. That's also at decent quality. Like I wouldn't say Power World's like a pristine thing. It came out in early access, but it was like, a graphically, sort of prettier looking version of Pokemon with a different take. And people were just absolutely desperate for that type of experience. So yeah, I feel like they need to sort of reevaluate where they're going with the series. And I'm just reminded of that every single time I watch one of these things. So yeah, that's where I was. So I didn't really get too excited about it. But Mega Dragonite, cool, man. New Mega Dragonite, not bad.
I mean, I don't know, Drew. Like, so do you really think that Nintendo a handbrake on the Pokemon company making more games on Switch? Is that what you think? And mobile's the only way they can do it? Is that what you're saying?
I think they're a handbrake on each other, to be honest with you. I think Nintendo, with their big franchises, we're talking about Donkey Kong, obviously, Mario, Zelda, Pikmin, like all their franchises, it makes complete sense. Keep them on the platform. Then, like, you look at Switch, like the library that it has. You have all of these games that are like, oh, I'm going to get, oh, Pikmin looks good, Zelda looks amazing, all of this stuff. It gives you a reason to pick up the system. You buy the games, you get the third party games, and that's how they make a lot of their money, just from selling games on the eShop and in stores. But I feel like Pokemon, it's so much more broad and so much bigger that I feel like the whole relationship with Nintendo of being like, you need to stay here. You can't, even to PC, you can't go there. And the Pokemon company, to get to those new audiences, obviously they've looked at the audience that they reached with Pokemon Go. It was just phenomenal. Like, people that weren't gamers, but they were still familiar with the IP. So ever since, they've just been chasing that, and they're chasing it with all different genres, gacha games, puzzle games, all of this stuff. But as far as maybe the like other types of games, they just can't really do them on phones, and you see that because they're all microtransactions, they're all free to play, and they're just limited by it. I think they need to be on a platform like PC, at least PC, just to broaden the horizons. If they don't want to be on PlayStation, like I guess their main competitor in some ways these days, they're so different now, but I guess the old school heads like us, we remember the days where it was the GameCube versus PS2, and or in my case, like the Game Boy Advance versus PSP or whatever. I copped some shit for that, Josh. Those PSP fans, they're serious. They're like, I've got a $400 device, I will defend it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, Drew. I just like in terms of like spin-offs, I'm just looking at sales of like new Pokemon Snap and the Mystery Dungeon remake. They only sold a couple of million copies. I honestly wonder if it's Pokemon Company like thinking they can reach so many people and mobile just makes so much more money for us, and so that's why they deviate towards it. Outside of Pokemon Go, and the trading card game, which are huge behemoth kind of games that are, I think, making a lot of money for them. I think like the likes of Pokemon Cafe and Masters and some of the others, Unite, being on mobile just means they can make more money and access a whole bunch more people because it's free to play, get them in and they spend a few dollars, and just the whole sheer, scales of economy helps them to get to more people and make more money. So, I wonder if
I totally get that.
Yeah, PC would have more. Like, I think I think they're always trying to aim for that younger audience, and that's first and foremost their target. And I think they just figure people like us, we're just going to play it regardless if we're still into it. So, I think it puts them in a tricky spot because I think that's just they're going to follow where the money is.
Yeah, I agree with you what you say about the spin-offs, but I will say just like, Pokemon Snap just selling like 1 million, all of this type of thing. I will say maybe they should make more interesting games on Switch. Like, I know Pokemon Snap has a lot of nostalgia for people, but I wasn't that into Snap, like new Pokemon Snap. It was fine. I don't know. Like, and then the other two, which is just like a port and a remake, like it's just like the bare minimum sort of effort put into it. So I don't know.
Yeah, they deserve better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like there really should be, if they're chasing money, they really should put a studio together and make an MMO, like an ever revolving Pokemon game where people are logging in. It is on PC. I think like that's kind of a no brainer. I think some people view maybe Pokemon Go as the MMO because that is like a communal thing. People are working together. There are events, there's ongoing things. So in some ways, I guess you could view that could just be their MMO. But like Dolphin Pant said in the chat too, like Pokemon Unite, it's a MOBA. It's a massive, massive genre on PC, like League of Legends, Dota, all of this type of thing. Like it's just massive. There's no reason that game shouldn't be on PC. Like that would be big for that game. And even for me, like I was actually kind of thinking about going back into it because they introduced Latias and Latios back into it as playable characters. I'm like, they're my favorite Pokemon. I want to play as them. But I downloaded it on my Retroid Pocket, which is an Android device, and it has no controller support. I'm like, oh, for Christ's sakes. So then I downloaded it on Switch. I'm like, it'd be good, like, to actually play it with like a mouse and things like that. Maybe they can do it on Switch 2. If there's a Switch 2 version coming down the pipe, they can do mouse controls on Switch 2. But yeah, I can see Nintendo just being like, hey, look, these, like, Generation 10, et cetera, like, these RPGs, they are ours, they stay on our platform. But when it comes to, like, stuff like whatever they're doing on mobile, or some spin-offs, or a Pokemon Unite, or whatever, just to reach a broader audience with other types of games, I feel like they really do need to put it onto other platforms. I've thought that for a long time, just because Pokemon is just so big that it shouldn't just be a tool in Nintendo's belt to be like, hey, look, you got to stay here if you want Pokemon. Maybe for some stuff, like for the brand new games, yeah, definitely, I'll keep them. But they need to, I'd love to see them branch out and do other things, more exciting projects, instead of just getting like, Pokemon Friends, Pokemon this, Pokemon that, and stuff like I wouldn't even show my kids, because I'm like, I'm not going to put my credit card information into this for my 5 or 6 year old. You crazy? Like, it's just absolutely not. I don't want them on an iPad anyway. Like, I want them on the Switch. But even on the Switch, obviously it's the same game on the Switch, so it's not going to help me much there. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's my rant.
Yeah, it's fair. It's they do so much that you wonder, like, why can't they do these certain things that you think they hope they should do? And so, I do. Yeah, it's so beloved, and it's it's absolutely popular, so big, so huge that kind of they do so much sometimes that you wish they could focus on just doing other things better, like the mainline stuff. And we're getting no new mainline one this year, and that would have been the 3-year gap, with Scarlet and Violet being 2022. So it looks like they're at least doing another extra year on top of the mainline stuff. So hopefully, the changes are better going forward and they can apply those things. But something so beloved, it's just hard to keep everyone happy.
Dolphin Pants also mentioned Detective Pikachu 2. I forgot about that one. And
yes.
Yeah, so I did forget about that one. That's one I personally don't really care about, but that is one I would.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I would enjoy.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah. That is one I would feel comfortable showing my kids, because they won't be asking me for money every half an hour, and it is like a friendly kid story. So that's maybe when I'll play it, when the kids go, can we play the Detective Pikachu 2 game? And I'll go, yes. But watching you play it, Josh, in the hotel room or at PAX, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not sitting down and playing this by myself. I'll suffocate myself from yawning, I think.
I mean, your kids might get onto coffee, thanks to Detective Pikachu. So just be careful of that.
I might get on the coffee trying to stay up playing the goddamn thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still can't believe you're not, but yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
Like, I don't mind. So every now and again, I go through like a mood where I'm just like, that coffee tastes good. Like, sometimes I just craved a coffee, but I haven't been a coffee drinker really at all, apart from those weird moods.
I mean, like, definitely sometimes I'm craving it. Absolutely, like, yep, my day needs to have a coffee to keep me going and get me all happy and good. But you got your energy drinks. You find other ways to get that energy in your life.
Yeah, don't worry. I have too much caffeine. It's not like I don't have too much caffeine.
It's not. I like it. Yeah, that's right.
I got hooked on the things when I had my first kid. I'm like, all right, I'm up at 4 o'clock. This is the start of my day. Like, I need some chemicals in my brain to tick me over.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that's how I felt about the Pokemon Presents. I will say Pokemon Champions, which is on phone and Switch. I'm looking forward to having this platform for competitive battling. Should be good. You can pull Pokemon in from Pokemon Home. You can sort of recruit Pokemon, whether it's like a trial recruitment that it says on the official site. You can use your victory points from battling to hire Pokemon in, or you can recruit them permanently for a bit more V points, which is I like the idea of. I am curious, like, can you buy Pokemon with victory points? Then they go back into Pokemon Home and you can put them into a game? Like, do you have them as just like any other Pokemon in your Pokemon Home box? That's something I'm curious about. But overall, I like the idea of this. It sort of retains, I guess the graphical style of Scarlet and Violet, which, you know, disappointed me when I saw this. In the first sort of trailer, it looked a bit more similar to maybe like a better version of Sword and Shield, just in the battle scenes, a bit more cartoony rather than like the more realistic textures, art style that they were going for in Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, so a bit disappointed in that, but it is what it is. I guess they got to keep it the same across all the games. I've got my fingers crossed for Gen 10, just that they change the art style because, yeah, I'm not too big a fan of it, but we'll see. This might be it going forward. But yeah, anything else from the Pokemon Presents, Josh, you'd like to bring up? Any the TV shows you're looking forward to tuning into, or the games, or anything like that?
Yeah, Pokemon Concierge Season 2 comes out later this year in September. That looks great. That's always fun and beautiful with those animation techniques. And then the stop motion Wallace and Gromit from the creators of Wallace and Gromit. This Fetched and what was the other Pokemon? I can't remember. But
Pichu.
That looks... And Pichu. That looks very fun. So, yeah, I think some very cool animation projects coming up. So I'm enjoying that variety of Pokemon that we're getting now.
Yeah, me too. It was a good night, sort of sitting down and just watching Concierge, and you know, it's pretty relaxed, pretty chill, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that again. I like the idea of this one, like the ex-boyfriends come to the island too, so there's a bit of trouble in paradise, if you will.
Psyduck's so great. Just absolutely, like, he's having a bad time and he's having headaches and he's just like, and just like absolutely just, you know, it makes me feel better about myself. You know, at least I'm not having a constant migraine like Psyduck, but kind of he's very endearing in a very funny way.
He is. I love Psyduck. Is he better than Misty Psyduck though?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Misty Psyduck, bit dumb, bit stupid. Yeah, I get that.
A little bit. Yeah.
Heart of Gold.
I need to see it. It's been a few years. It's been a few years since I've last seen that.
Yeah, been a little bit. Hasn't been that long for me. I watched a couple of episodes last week.
Does not surprise me.
No. I guess just the last little bit of news. I thought I'd just bring this up. I saw it on Vooks.net that there's a game called Handy Hockey coming out for Switch 2. It's going to be $9 Australian, but it's just air hockey, but you use the mouse controls for controlling the pucks. I'm like, cool. I really wanted that.
Cool.
Like the Mario Party one was a lot of fun. I kind of just wanted like a cheap little one that I can just jump into. So you can, just put this down on the table. You can have a Joy-Con each and move it around. So I thought I'd just bring that up, just like Vooks brought it up. Apparently, it was a DSiWare title, Handy Hockey, and it returns for Switch 2. The company, it says here on Vooks, that the company has been around since 1987 and usually sticks to helping port or co-develop games for other publishers, but every now and then they release something of their own. And one of those was Handy Hockey. So it is a game from, DSiWare from 2010, but now it's coming, I guess, up-resed and using mouse controls. So comes out on the 31st of July, so I reckon I'll pick this up. Maybe I can see myself just wanting something simple to play, and I want to play with some mouse controls, and I'll chuck it down and play it that way. So I might do it. You just watch
Perfect.
Me. And
you do it, man.
Yeah, maybe I will. Last story as well is just the Lego Game Boy set to launch on October 1st. Pre-orders are open now. You can pick one up for, I believe, $99 AUD. So relatively cheap compared to the other ones, which are like $200, $300, $400, like the NES, the Mario World one. Like there's a bunch of really cool ones, but this one seems to be a relatively cheaper price because it is just like the Game Boy. A couple of cartridges comes with Mario Land, 6 golden coins, and Link's Awakening cartridge, but you can plug into your Lego Game Boy. It comes with like a little stand as well. I would. This is the type of thing where it's like $99, be fun little thing to build, display, but I've honestly got nowhere to display it. I know you've got a nice shelf behind you, Josh. So, is this something on your radar?
I it looks very cool. I like the design of it. I think it's cool that you can play the games on it as well. I think I'm good. I don't know where I'd put it, and I haven't started the Lego collection for the Nintendo stuff, so I'll appreciate it from a distance.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because it's a bit of a rabbit hole to go down. Like you get the Game Boy, $99. It's like not the most expensive one, but when you look at makes you look
It's not expensive. Yeah,
it makes you look a little bit
correct.
more at the NES one. You're like, "Ooh, maybe I need that one too next to it." You know, complete.
It really would. I would really start looking at the other stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna not start, and that's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, like that NES was like Mario Brothers TV that you can get where like you wind the crank and it goes through
Yeah,
the levels. Oh my god!
that was unreal. That was amazing.
So wouldn't that be sick? Wouldn't you like one, Josh? Do it.
Sure, but no, Josh is gonna be good.
I need my kids to be a little bit older. Lucas, he absolutely loves building things with blocks. So when he's a little bit older, and we're gonna get the Lego kits out. Don't you worry about that. I'm gonna be dad coming home with the bloody Lego kits, building them with the kids. Can't wait. I do wonder though, like these Nintendo ones, they're so expensive. I'm like, look, mate, you cannot lose a fucking piece. I will dock you for it. I'll take it out of your allowance if you.
Well, that's the thing. Like once you build it, just don't touch it. That's the issue.
Yeah, so when you put it, do you just put it in a container and store it away? Like, or do you break it up and put it back in the box and build it another day? Probably not. Don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's tricky. Oh, yep.
No, we shouldn't look at it too long. All right.
Yeah, don't start. Don't start. That's what. Yep, correct.
All right, Josh, let's play a game. Let's play some Star Fox 64. And I guess at the start of the month, we decided we're going to play a Nintendo Switch online game every month. Nintendo Switch, oh yeah, I remember that game. Something like that. I completely butcher it every time. Maybe that's the fun part about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah. We've got Dolphin Pants in the chat. I'm sure he can correct me on that one. But Nintendo Switch Online, oh yeah, I remember that game. So this week, it's Star Fox 64. And I thought we'd just do like a little bit of a play through the first level and we can talk about it from there. But Josh, maybe if you go to the Discord, Dolphin Pants, thank you very much to Dolphin Pants. He's been getting into this. I really appreciate it. He's like left like a big write-up of like his experience with Star Fox 64. So if you want to read that out when you find it and all of that, but I'll jump to the first mission. But I feel like what I learned the most playing this on Nintendo Switch Online is just the fact that the C buttons missing from this controller make Nintendo 64 games that require it impossible to play for me. I absolutely hate it. You have to like hold in like the R button, I think, then do the face buttons to do the do those buttons. It's just like it's so annoying. Let me turn on my camera.
Yeah, I've got the 64 controller here ready to go, so it's just gonna help, isn't it?
Yeah, because I've got my Pro controller because my 64 controller is still like it's up on a shelf somewhere. I didn't bother getting it, so I am playing with the Pro controller, and yeah, for the most part, playing with this Pro controller sucks for 64 games. I feel like the only controller I like playing 64 games with is the actual controller itself. But yeah, this first level pretty simple, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Yep. And then I've got Dolphin Pants' comment in the Discord about Star Fox 64, or Lilac Wars as it was called here. So he said, it was my first time fully playing through Star Fox 64. I had it on 3DS but never committed to a full playthrough, and I played but never finished the original Star Fox and Star Fox 2 on the Super NES Classic Edition. I enjoyed it. I only did a single playthrough, and apparently I did what is called the easy route. which is Corneria to Mario to Finchina, and then Sector X, Titania, Ulse, and Venom. And maybe one day I'll go back and try some different routes, especially the Miyamoto route, which was Miyamoto's favorite. I didn't expect the story to be so rich and integrated through the gameplay. I always felt bad when I failed to protect my squad mates, so I made use of the Nintendo Switch 2's ability to reverse N64 gameplay a bit. Called it cheating, but I needed my squad. Also, the music is just iconic. I mainly know the tracks from Smash, but damn, they are bangers. I know the whole series is basically them remaking and retelling the same story again and again, but damn it, if I don't want a modern version of this, and I'm sure they have learnt from their previous mistakes. Also, this plot would make a great animated series/film.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Star Fox movie would be sick.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's a TV show kind of series for Nintendo. Maybe not movie, but yeah, there's something they could do with an animated Netflix, deal. And I think that'd be fun and cool.
Yeah, like the idea of like, I think a movie would be good. I wouldn't necessarily want to sit down for like 10 hours of a TV series. But I think a movie, like a kid's movie, like 90 minutes would be pretty good. But yeah, like maybe like a Netflix movie or something, like you're saying, like go to a streaming service rather than like, whoops, I'm hitting the thing while I'm talking. Maybe, yeah,
Yes,
maybe not so high budget, like one where you want people to go to movies and things like that. I don't think you'll be able to...
Straight to VHS back in the day, No, let's not get the cinemas involved.
Yeah, that's right. Put it on DVD, just like today. See how many people watch it. Straight to like Apple TV or something. See how it goes. Yeah.
But they need a new game first. That would be the main thing.
It would be handy.
Do we get it in Switch 2, Drew? We got all these IPs coming in the Switch. We know all these things got rebooted and came back, and Star Fox is the one that missed out completely outside of Starlink.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. It's something I'd like to see. Like, I think the problem with this game in particular is that this has been the blueprint of every other Star Fox game since, apart from like Adventures and things like that. But as far as like, I guess
Adventures totally different.
I guess the ones people actually liked, like it's kind of been the blueprint of it. And the last time they went back to it, Star Fox Zero, it was just this game again, but with a lot of not motion control, but like the what's it called, the Wii U gamepad.
The gamepad.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of unnecessary stuff on top of it. I'm trying to use.
Yeah, that's right. And then how would you really revolutionize it, change it going forward? So I don't know. I do like the rail shooting aspect of it, but it's a bit of a dated kind of game style, really, at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it certainly is. But yeah, I think like I quite enjoyed like playing Star Fox Assault and things like that. Like the idea of like this arcade shooter. I really enjoy it, but it's just not gonna get the eyes and the attention Nintendo need it to put the resources towards it. So they've sort of really got to change things up, because like of these games that came out on Nintendo 64, like the big ones, like Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, like 3D Mario, 3D Zelda, like they all evolved, whereas this never did. It was kind of stuck here forever. Because even on the GameCube, like they, realistically, they kind of just shipped it off to other people. Like, who made Assault, or was it Assault or Command? Command's on DS, isn't it? Or was that the GameCube?
Command is on DS.
Yeah, so yes, Assault was right. Yeah.
Bandai Namco helped with Assault.
Yeah, it was Bandai. Yeah, Bandai Namco. But yeah, so they kind of shipped it off to them, and then obviously Rare doing, what's it called again? Command. Yeah. So they kind of shipped it off, really, and then like Wii, it got ignored, and they went back to it for Wii U, and it didn't work out. So realistically, this was kind of their last good attempt at it, like for Nintendo themselves. I'm just sort of concentrating because, like, yeah, for some reason, like using these C buttons to do like a U-turn, it doesn't work every time I want to do it. Don't know why. Sometimes it
Forgotten the controls.
No, well, it says like press L, then the face buttons become the C buttons. But I'm doing it, and it's like it doesn't do it. And I'm doing a boss where I need to be using it. So yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time. And I don't know, just they got so many different IPs they could use, and why not bring Star Fox back and give it a new light of day? You know, like I discovered Sin and Punishment on NSO through the service, and really enjoyed that. So hell yeah, like more of this stuff. I'm all down for some more rail shooters.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I absolutely love rail shooters. I think they're fun, but it's just like it's not the type of game Nintendo need to make to draw people to Switch to. Like, it's not really what people are after. And like Dolphin Pants in the chat, he mentioned like, oh, what about if they go open world? What about if they do this? But is Star Fox really worth, you know, the resources necessary to make an open world game? Like, if they're going to do open world, like, you know, Zelda's already doing open world. They kind of already have their open world. Like, Star Fox kind of needs to do what Donkey Kong did, where it's like, we want to make this type of game. Mario doesn't make sense for Mario. And they kind of need, you know, Fox McCloud to be that character to step up and do something that they want to do, but their other characters don't. So that largely would probably come down to like aerial combat. If Nintendo ever want to do an aerial combat game, I guess that's when Star Fox will come to mind. But apart from that, it's like, well, if you want to do like guns or shooting mechanics, you probably think about Samus and Metroid, and that's largely what they're doing with, you know, Metroid Prime. So yeah, I think it'll just come down to like ship combat. Like, if Nintendo want to make that type of game, I finally beat him. That's when they'll pull the trigger on that. But until then, yeah, I don't think it'll be worth their resources to really do it. It's kind of same with F-Zero. Like, they want a racing game. Nintendo wants a racing game. They got Mario Kart, and obviously Sakurai's got a fair bit of power to do whatever games he wants to do. So he's able to resurrect Kirby Air Riders that's coming out later this year. So yeah, there's a few franchises. I feel like the ones that get left out, that's purely because there's other games that can fit the role better for them. More people care about them more. There's a bigger fan base for them, all that type of thing. And I think, unfortunately, Star Fox has just been irrelevant for so long that, yeah, it no longer sort of meets the modern audience where they want to be. So, yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, Star Fox 64, man, it was a special game, and it kind of sucks that it kind of fell off since then. Because yeah, this was like one of the Nintendo 64 greats, honestly. How it was treated and how it evolved since the game on Super Nintendo. Like, game on Super Nintendo, very primitive, just in how it, you know, how it looked and worked. I actually really love the art style of it, just how, like, you know, it's all very much just very basic and like no textures and that. I really kind of like it. In some ways, if I'm going to play a Star Fox game, I go towards that one. I don't know why. I know it's not
really okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always been very like fond of it for whatever reason. It's not like I played it when I was. It's not like I had it when I was a kid. I didn't grow up with a Super Nintendo. I went back to it, you know, later on. But it's always been one that I've really enjoyed going back to. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But yeah, maybe it's because it's a bit more basic. I don't know. Yeah, don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I just it's funny. I always look back at like the Super Nintendo one, and just I always like see it sort of referenced in Smash Bros. Or like in WarioWare games, and so like, and I never had a Super Nintendo, so it's always like, oh, this is really cool to see. And then when I could go back with the SNES Classic, able to sort of play these games in Star Fox 2 as well. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, I can finally play these games, and you know, the ones I always never got the chance to. Because you remember in Brawl, you got to do the 2-minute like little trial of these virtual console games.
I hated that.
This is
purely because you could never do them again. I didn't want to use them because it means I couldn't.
I loved it.
It's like it'll be good if you could go back, but it only gave you like a limited amount of uses. Then it was gone forever on your save file. So I was like, oh man, I don't want them gone. I'm a bit weird like that. Like, yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't want to use my stickers type of thing. So I didn't want them all gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must be
So
it's a hunter mentality there. I don't know.
yeah, we didn't have like proper broadband internet to use the virtual console, so this was like my only chance to play it. And then we eventually got it. I could get virtual console, and that was um very late in the Wii life, so I didn't really use it. So um
Yeah, I get that. I was the same way. It was so hard to connect the Wii to like your router back then anyway, because it was
and living in the country as well, like you and I, it was just
yeah.
even harder again.
Because I had like the little Wi-Fi dongle I had to like hang out of my PC, and
Yeah,
it was like across the
Yep.
house, so didn't have very good reception. So when I downloaded, was it Mario Brothers 3 and Paper Mario 64 on Wii? It was like a big thing. I'm, oh my god, I've got these old games on here. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, how good, how good.
Now we're just
Future's here.
now we're just playing it easy peasy on our Switches.
I love NSO. Yeah, and just pick it up anytime. It's right there. It's great.
Yeah. So, anything else you'd like to say about I guess Star Fox 64? It's personally not one of my favorites, but it's one that I really do enjoy when I play it. It's just purely because like 64 for me was going over to friends' places and playing theirs, and for the most part I just said, hey, can we play Smash Brothers Mario Kart, or let me sit and play Mario 64? That was kind of what we did on my friend Adam and my friend Jordan's Nintendo 64s. So yeah, Star Fox. I don't know if they had it. I got no idea. I can't remember if they had it or not. Maybe they didn't. But yeah, so I wasn't exposed to it as a kid, but like a lot of it was just through Smash Bros. To be honest with you, and going back and playing the games.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the one I played the most. Played more of Assault, and I was big on Command. On my handheld, I really liked that game. But yeah, this is the one I kind of over later years kind of went back to and played and enjoyed. So yeah, was never part of the hype back in the day. I was probably a bit too young for it, but yeah. Yeah, it's just it's very fun to get back into. It's just the controls every time. I just got to familiarize myself with it, and it takes a bit of getting used to. But it's still a fun game to this day. It still holds up really well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So yeah, that's I guess Star Fox 64. That's the first Nintendo Switch. Oh yeah, I remember that game in the books. So I guess the next conversation, Josh, is just what are we playing next?
Yeah, well, you've got an idea, don't you?
Yeah, I've got an idea because I sort of feel like playing this, and I like to hear what you and the audience feel about this. Because like the initial thing for last week was where we were going to put just games into a wheel and spin it and see what we get. But honestly, I don't know. I sort of feel like playing this, so I'll shoot my shot, see what you think. But I'm kind of thinking A Link to the Past for next month. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about a Legend of Zelda game?
Yeah, I'd love to give that a go.
Because it's a game that I've played a lot, but I've never played all the way through and beaten it.
I've only started it briefly, never really gotten deep into it. So this is my chance to do that.
Yeah, because like on Game Boy Advance SP, I'll do the start of the game, go to the bush, burn the bush, do like the first bit. Then like whether it's Switch Online or Switch Virtual Console or WiiWare or any of these ways of getting the game, I've just like done the start a lot, but I've never like sat down and been like, hey, look, this is the game I'm playing, this week. It's always just like a bit of a dabble when I'm dabbling in other Super Nintendo games. So I feel like doing this type of thing, it's a good opportunity maybe to put it a little bit more into the spotlight and actually get the game finished. Because yeah, there's like a handful of Zelda games that I haven't played all the way through. Like the earlier Zelda games on the NES and Super Nintendo. Hadn't played through those games, the more retro games, and I haven't finished Majora's Mask either. But so I kind of want to get some of that Zelda backlog off my chest a little bit. So I don't know, feel like it might be a good opportunity to do that. So I don't know, how are you feeling about that, Josh?
I love it. Let's do it. I'll charge up my Super Nintendo NSO controller and give it a go, eh?
Beautiful. I'm going to see. I might actually play it on this bad boy. I might play it on my Retroid Pocket Classic because it's got like the good aspect ratio for Super Nintendo games and all of that. Easy pick up and play, good D-pad. So I might actually play it over on this bad boy. We'll see how we go. Because yeah, I've been looking forward to getting into some retro games on that thing. So I might play it over there, see how I go, see how it looks. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm excited.
Lovely.
Lovely.
That'd be great.
So yeah, play some
If ever,
bit more of a
let's look
commitment, a
at
little bit
time.
longer than Star Fox 64, but we should go all right.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, we got time to we got time. We can juggle it with a bit of Bonanza, hopefully, and some Mario Party Jamboree, which would be good. Which came out, they came out, and it just feels like, how's it out already?
It came out way too soon after DK. That's my one little like. It's felt like it's kind of flown under the radar, and haven't heard amazing things in the reviews. So it's kind of just one of those things that's there now. And that's about it. But Drew, I see you got Dear Me I Was pre-installed on your Switch. Is that right?
I do. Yep, she's pre-installed, ready to go. Comes out on the 31st. So yeah, looking
So you're
forward to.
sold, no matter what, even if it rates badly.
Yeah, it was $10. So I'm like, oh look, let's give it a go. At
Yeah,
least it's
I've
nice
heard
to.
it's like an hour or two. It's really it's not long.
Yeah, like it says in the description, it's a short game. So when it
Yeah.
describes itself as short, you know it's going to be really short. It's like, if they feel like they've got to tell you that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like, I like the art style. I like I guess the heritage of like where it comes from, all of that. So yeah, I like to give it a go. Because I had some credit. I bought up some games in the winter sale on the Australian eShop. I got 3 Borderlands games on Switch because I'm actually looking at Borderlands 4 on Switch too, being like, yeah, I'd like to play that. So I got Borderlands 2, Borderlands 1, and the pre-sequel. They came in a pack for $17. I'm like, all right, give it a go. I've got them downloaded on my Switch Lite, ready to go. And I got AI Insomnium Files. That was $6. Got the sequel for $15 or something. So yeah, I picked up a few games, including that one. I seem to do it when I'm putting my daughter to bed. Like, you know, she's in my arms drinking a bottle, and I'm like on my phone on the eShop on DQ deals, actually looking around DQ deals. I'm like, oh yeah, this game's at an all-time low. Nice, $10. Pick it up, download to one of the Switches. Yeah, so yeah,
Cool.
maybe a little bit dangerous. Get rid of DQ deals off the phone. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. If you ever wanted to tally all the games you bought, never played, that might be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I just seen in the chat here, a Dolphin Pants said it should only be 1 game a month. 2 is too many. Yes, it is only 1 classic game a month. We are only doing A Link to the Past because I agree, 2 would be too many for us.
Too many. Yeah, and then no expectation for people to finish the games, but more so to try it out, play some cool moments. Some of these NSO games allow you to do save states for later moments in the game, so that's a cool way to. For me, it's like if you didn't want to get to the end of Super Metroid, you could do the Mother Brain battle without having to get to it. And then that's such an iconic moment. So there's moments, and we'll have some of these later on where you can do that, and we can talk about those moments, and that'll be fun to do as well.
Yeah, I am curious. I'll just go over to the Super Nintendo thing. Like, is there a special edition for A Link to the Past? There probably is. Because yeah, I think I've done that for like Super Metroid, because it is one of those things. Like, do you feel like sitting down and doing hours of Super Metroid? It's like maybe you don't.
I do.
Well, maybe
you might
do,
not, but I do.
but it's one of those things that's cool just to jump into and sort of be like, oh yeah, like I guess educate yourself about older games and see what like the big moments from some of these Super Nintendo games is all about. So yeah, obviously I haven't tried the Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo app before because I had to download my save data. Or maybe I just did it on my Switch Lite. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but Link to the Past. Can we see it here somewhere? Click, click, click. Because like even Mario Kart has a special edition just with everything unlocked. Because on my screen you can see like if it's got that special icon, that it's got like a complete save. Really, that's what it basically does.
Yeah.
Do we have it here? So we could just.
It's just
We could just do
Cool
the last
moment.
boss now, just on the special edition, Josh, and move on. I can't see it. I'll link to the past. There's no special edition next to it, so maybe not. Maybe not. Star Fox 2. I can play some Star Fox 2. Isn't that crazy that we have access to that now? That they actually released that.
It's awesome. It's great, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you gotta play it properly. Can't just play the special edition and beat Ganon at the end. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I beat it. So, did you play through it? No, I just first the last boss, saw the credits. I did it. So yeah. All right, Josh, let's move into some questions before we wrap up the show. Let me get over to the Discord, go to the mailbox, see what we got going on. I guess just for Zach as well, I forgot to say his Pokemon Presents opinions just while we're in that segment. But he says about the Pokemon Presents, I'm probably more interested in the non-game stuff while I will play ZA Champions and I am playing Friends, Concierge and Pichu and Surfetch series and the Poké Park Kanto are all way more exciting. Other stuff, Nate the Hate says a direct of some kind is in July, so keen to see if that pans out. He is the only insider I put stock in currently after his success with the January Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. And I 100% agree. I agree with that too. When he says something, I was like, all right, I'm listening.
He's an actual, he's got contacts. And I'm fully expecting a direct this week as a result of it. So, Drew, it's 10:04 here in Australia. Usually around 10:30 or 11 they get announced. So maybe after recording tonight, something will get announced, and maybe tomorrow night or the day after.
Cool, that'll be fun. I like to sit through a direct and look at some video games that we might play.
They need some dates. We need Metroid Prime 4 dated. We need Age of Imprisonment dated, and Kirby Air Riders as well. They're all set to be scheduled for a 2025 release, and we don't know when so far. So that's what they need to do at a minimum for Nintendo's point of view. But I think maybe just as importantly, some third-party stuff, which has been very, very quiet of late. They're probably biting at the bit to get their stuff shown and ready to launch soon.
I hope so. Yeah, because there's so many third parties just, I hope, are ready there, just hovering their finger over that big red button, just ready to announce some games for later this year, because I would like to see some more third parties, which would be great. Dolphin Pants, he put this in the letterbox. He said with Mario and Peach now just being very good friends, what do you think is the current relationship status of the following Nintendo couples? So I guess early in the week, just for context for this, Nintendo put on their Nintendo Now app, said something about Mario and Peach being good friends, and the internet lost their collective shit a little bit, just purely because everyone's like, oh, I thought they were a couple. I thought they were in love. I thought they were about to have kids. I thought Mario groped Peach and she consented to it. And all of this conjecture, all of this. And I don't know, personally for me, Josh, just on this bit of drama between the two Nintendo icons here, I never really thought like they were in a relationship. You know, at the end of the games, Mario gets a bit of a kiss, and I don't know. I thought that was just like a thank you very much, kind surf, for saving me. And I never really thought they were in a relationship necessarily. I think was it Mario World where he's got lipstick marks all over him. So that one's pretty extreme. But there's other endings too where Mario's carrying Peach back to the castle. It's yeah, I guess you could looks a little bit like a honeymoon going to the motel room type of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I never really thought they were in a relationship necessarily. But I don't know.
I figured they weren't in a relationship, but Mario wanted to be. And, we get the stuff in Odyssey when they were going to get married and Peach is like, no. And so puts both Mario and Bowser into the friend zone. So that's just the impression I got. Maybe Mario might be... No, I think at the first and foremost, he's a very nice man and wants to rescue the princess because that's a very noble thing. But if he wanted more, he wouldn't say no, I don't think. And then Peach is just not interested, I feel. So I think just friend zoned from that point of view.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to look at it. Just friend zoned. Like, Mario's got a lot to gain from marrying the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, but she's not interested. She's a strong lady by herself, so good for her. But
That's right.
yeah, I mean, Dolphin Pants, he does say in the chat that she made him a cake. If that's not love, then what is? It's like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, could just be like a nice motherly gesture to do, really, as well. Doesn't have to be like, yeah, like, oh yeah, I like this man. I'm going to make him a cake.
A lady made cake for me at work because I got married the other month. So I don't know. It's some people just like to bake cakes. Is the other.
She's like, you got married? Like hell, you did. Here's a cake. You're mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna win you over with some cheesecake.
Yeah. I don't know. It might work. That Peach looked like she had a nice cake made there anyway. But I guess the following status of these couples, Josh, we'll go through them and say what their status is. So Link and Zelda, how do you feel about these two? I feel like the closest they've gotten to being a couple is Tears of the Kingdom. They share a house, like in between the events of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if they're roommates. I don't know if they're a little bit more. I don't know. Link doesn't really talk that much, so it's hard to gauge. What do you think about Link and Zelda?
Close friends. I think there's a bit of an age gap as well, so I don't think it's happening.
Fair enough. I think they're probably friends. Maybe times get stressful in Hyrule. Bit of stress release here and there. You don't know, but probably just friends.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
That's up to everybody in the audience to think about for himself.
Okay, fair enough.
Luigi and Daisy. I think these guys are in a similar story to Peach and Mario, but
they're both DTF.
Probably worse. What'd you say? Sorry.
They're DTF. They're keeping up appearances, making you think it's not happening, but it's totally happening between those two.
Oh, okay. There's a bit of just behind the scenes. Daisy's a bit embarrassed. Like, man, this guy's such a scaredy cat. No one respects him. But behind the scenes,
it's always Peach and Mario are the ones in the spotlight. So it's like Luigi and Daisy. They can afford to be a bit more reckless, and they can get away with stuff. So it's a whole Prince Harry situation.
Yeah.
That's the canon in my head anyway.
Yes. Because what is the evidence of these two like being together anyway? Because
none.
Because like I think when we were kids, it's like, oh yeah, like that's Daisy, that's Luigi's girlfriend. It's like, oh, okay, but like there's nothing in the games that shows that. Daisy's not even in like a mainline Mario game, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember any. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep believing they are.
DK and Candy Kong. Now I got to be honest, I don't know where Candy Kong fits in the family. Are they related in any way? I actually don't know. Or are they just like, I got no idea about Candy. I haven't played Donkey Kong 64, so I don't know. I'm gonna say Donkey Kong bangs his drum to anyone that he wants. So if it's a good night, he's feeling it.
There's a good euphemism right there. I think he goes bananas for Candy Kong.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fox and Crystal. These guys are surely.
I'm gonna go Falco and Crystal.
Falco and Crystal. Oh yeah.
No, maybe Peppy.
I was gonna say Peppy and Crystal.
Breed like rabbits. Peppy would be keen to get some pep in his step.
Yeah, breathing like rabbits. That's right. Yeah, so yeah, Crystal's like, look, those guys are good, but Peppy, fuck, he goes for it. He never puffs out.
And things I never thought I'd be talking about with Nintendo characters, but here we go.
No, I've got to be honest. I've never sat down and like thought about Star Fox, their relationship status.
People.
I know
there are people in love with Crystal.
I know
that exists. I mean,
she's she's quite pretty as far as like an animated video game animal goes. I guess like
sure. Never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, we are now though. So really think about it now that we're here. Think about it.
I mean, I'm excited for Star Fox Adventures, but I'm not excited for that reason. So,
you just want to remaster so you can see everything. Show everything.
Everything. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And we got Nidoking and Nidoqueen, the two Pokemon from Generation 1. I reckon these guys are always in a relationship. They've got to keep the species going.
They got to be.
Yeah, and
that's it.
They're not their own characters either. So and surely a Nidoking can find a Nidoqueen somewhere. Like you can find a nice little Nidoqueen, and then they can start a family together and go on from there. It's beautiful.
It's a weird time when Pokemon didn't have genders, and they did the whole split of male and female in Gen 1, whereas they don't really do that these days, do they? There's just a male and female version of the same Pokemon. So they kind of have to, don't they?
Nidoqueen and Nidoking kind of went through what society is going to be going through very soon. If not right now, just with AI. A lot of people are talking to romantic chatbots. So, the human race is going to come to a screeching halt just purely because people aren't reproducing with one another. It is just they're getting their affection, their love, their companionship, all that from AI. And I feel like Nidoking, Nidoqueen, they went through this, maybe generation 4 or 3, with the introduction of Ditto being the breeding mechanic. So like Nidoqueen just finds a Ditto, and whenever it needs a bit of love, a bit of affection, just Ditto just transforms, does its thing, and goes off. So maybe we'll see the repercussions of how Ditto has affected this species just from them not interacting with each other. That's the only sort of thing I can think of, if maybe they don't have a relationship anymore because the species has sort of evolved past that point, just purely because Ditto has just been the stand-in for decades at this point, I guess, like 20 years since, I guess, must have been generation 2, I guess, like you could use a Ditto to breed, couldn't you, when they introduced the breeding mechanic? So
yes.
So maybe there's fewer Nidoking and Nidoqueen together than we would think. Maybe it's just the old school, like the really old Nidoking and Nidoqueen.
Maybe
in relationships, and the rest are just got a Ditto in their pocket, little Ditto toy, and it just transforms, do the business, get the egg. Ditto goes back to its original form, and it is what it is. But how has society been affected since because of the revelation of Ditto? I don't know. Something I've been thinking about really recently.
Well, I have not, so I don't really have much to add to that. You definitely thought about it and had some good insights.
Absolutely. I like what Mike put here as well. He put like Master Hand and Crazy Hand on speaking terms. I never thought of that, like Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Crazy Hand hasn't had its meds. Master Hand is just like, no, fuck this. I'm getting out of here.
Stupid Master Hand every time.
Oh, Crazy Hand, dude. Crazy Hand just goes nuts. Smacks you around. Dolphin Pants in the chat. We learn here on the House of Murray. Really do. I'm glad to bring something to. It's
always educational. Yeah, we strive to be an educational Nintendo podcast as well.
We do.
Yeah, correct.
No one ever thought about that. The effect of Ditto on the Pokemon species, and how we need to sort of get back to how things used to be. I don't know. Crossed. It's tough, Josh. But since it's so tough, I guess that brings us to the end of the House of Mario episode 323. Josh, I hope you had a good time talking about Donkey Kong, talking about Ditto and Nidoqueen, talking about Star Fox 64, all of that fun stuff. How's the rest of your week looking?
Busy. Doing a few days in the office. Thankfully the weather's nice and clear. But yeah, getting to the time of year where with my umpiring it's crunch time. So you're digging in deep and putting in that extra work. So but yeah, working well.
Excellent. Rest of my week's just a bit of work on the farm, landmarking, all of that. Hopefully playing some more Donkey Kong, which should be good. I hope they get it wrapped up. I really don't want it spoiled. I really don't. That's what scares me the most.
I've avoided it, and I don't want to get spoiled either.
No, but hopefully it won't. But everybody, thank you very much for listening to this episode. I really appreciate it. Josh appreciates it as well. But the doors, they're coming to a close. But before that, I just want to say that this week's Nintendo Jukebox is the opening theme to Star Fox 64, or as us Australians like to call it, Lilat Wars. Yes, crazy stuff. I still like calling it Star Fox 64. It just fits in with like the theming of the console.
I call it that as well.
Like, you know, everything's this 64. Like Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Zelda 64. Maybe not that last one. All right, guys. Until next time, the doors to the House of Mario, they're closed. We'll catch you later.
Yeah.
The House of Mario, a Nintendo podcast, is proudly recorded in South Australia. It's hosted and produced by me, Drew Agnew, alongside my co-host, Josh, or JT if you like. Be sure to check out youtube.com/iDrewby, where I share all of my other content and stream the House of Mario live every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time. Join the Homestead Discord to be a part of our growing community, chat with fellow Nintendo fans, and get involved with the show through our mailbox channel. And don't miss JT's fortnightly Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Maniacs. Each episode features a brand new guest, and if you love the House of Mario, you'll feel right at home there too.